for more. Shifting focus to Maharashtra, the state is heaving a sigh of relief. COVID numbers are gradually coming down in Maharashtra. The mortality rate for the second wave is 0.71%. In the first wave, incidentally, it was 2.7%. But even though there is a decline in the mortality rate, let's look at the absolute numbers. Unfortunately, death toll remains high compared to last year. The total number of deaths in Maharashtra this year have been high in a period of 10 months. That's from March to December last year. There were 50,000 cases that were reported, but in this year, just in 4 months, the deaths have already crossed the 18,000 mark. The Supreme Court, of course, has praised the Mumbai model of COVID management, especially when it comes to oxygen. The Supreme Court has also proposed that the Mumbai model be replicated by Delhi. So how has the Mumbai model worked? How has Mumbai managed to stay ahead of the curve? We bring you a special report.
A virus ravages India's economic powerhouse. The world's second most crowded city by quite a distance. This week, though, the Supreme Court applauded authorities in the financial capital for their handling of the pandemic. The Mumbai model has come up for praise when the national capital has been struggling with deadly shortages of oxygen.
On Wednesday, the Apex Court had suggested that the central government and Delhi could consider the Mumbai model of COVID management after noting that the financial capital has managed only with 235 metric tons of oxygen despite the huge number of cases. On Thursday, as the Solicitor General told court that the Health Secretary has spoken to the Maharashtra officials to take their views on oxygen management, the Delhi government has argued that Delhi has many more hospitals, more cases and is testing much more than Mumbai. At the same time, the Apex Court has also suggested that there must be an oxygen audit to consider the current needs and the projected needs for oxygen in all states, and has pulled up the centre saying that their present national plan and projections are woefully underestimated.
Mumbai seems to have learned its lessons from the first wave. The Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation maintained oxygen supplies even when cases peaked. The city set up jumbo COVID centres. Cylinders here were placed with piped gas in January itself. Designated oxygen nurses deployed in wards with a clear mandate to keep levels up to 96 per patient. All these measures, officials say, helped Mumbai reduce daily oxygen consumption per patient on average by the first week of April.
At the end of the first wave, we got to know that, the oxygen demand is going up and we may need to rope in more oxygen to augment our oxygen supply system. So we decided that yes, we should shift from the cylinder-based supply system to central oxygen supply system by using the liquid medical oxygen and stored in a big storage tank having capacity 13,000 liters to start with.
Mumbai's multi-pronged strategy seems to have worked. The city brought down infections over the last month, while cases surged exponentially in Delhi at the same time. Besides, the BMC advised private hospitals to place only 20% of oxygen in reserve with assurance of supplies if demands shot up. That helped cut down on hoarding. Doctors were trained in interventions to boost patients' physical capacity and reduce dependence on oxygen supplies. The Delhi government, however, insists its dependence on regular supplies of oxygen from central sources in order to be able to sail through the crisis was to blame.
कल पहली बार दिल्ली को 730 टन ऑक्सीजन केंद्र सरकार ने भेजी है। अगर 700 टन ऑक्सीजन डेली आने लग गई, मैं आपको यकीन दिलाता हूं दिल्ली में किसी भी व्यक्ति की ऑक्सीजन की कमी की वजह से मौत नहीं होने देंगे।
Mumbai seems ahead of the curve. The BMC is looking at the future.
A budget of 90 crore rupees has been allotted for medical liquid oxygen plants in Mumbai. In the coming days, jumbo facilities will be built in Mumbai to fight COVID, and these plants will be supplying oxygen to these facilities. With Pankaj Upadhyay, this is Mustafa Sheikh for India Today.
And India Today's Sahil Joshi now joins me from Mumbai for more on this. So Sahil, bring us details of Mumbai's success story in terms of oxygen supply, and are there lessons that can be replicated in the national capital?
Well, as you know, the report which we had just shown on India Today clearly shows that how the the BMC understood because of the first wave experience. Because you remember that even during the first wave, Mumbai was badly hit. There were many cases in Mumbai. Mumbai was topping the chart. So of course, the oxygen supply, the need of oxygen was very essential, which the BMC realized immediately. And the most important part, what they tried to do, is to get out of this cylinder system and get into the pipe-based oxygen supply system and monitor the oxygen supply to each and every patient. What the BMC officials told us is that in the month of February, when the second wave started, by March, each patient, on an average, was consuming around 6 kg oxygen, which they brought down to 4.2 kg per patient. And this could happen with the help of keeping the oxygen supply, keeping the oxygen demand under check by monitoring the oxygen supplies to each and every patient, keeping the level at 96. The small things made a huge difference, and that is how the oxygen need of the oxygen in Mumbai was kept at 241 metric tons per day. And that is how they managed to keep it. On the 4th of April, when Mumbai had the highest cases, 11,600 cases in a day, even then, Mumbai did not need more than 241 metric ton oxygen supply, and that supply has been maintained till now, and that is how it has been stopped.
Okay,
yes.
Delhi, of course, argues that Delhi's caseload also has been much higher, and that is why Delhi